YouTube, what is good? It's your boy, Nate Reacts, aka Nate Plays, and I'm here with a reaction video, man. For this video, we're going to be reacting to Jimmy High Roller's stories behind the strangest NBA photos that you have never seen. You've never seen. This video was posted 2 days ago. It's trending 34 in total on YouTube, so I know it's going to be a good video, man. We've already gave my boy a like right here, man, so let's just hop straight into it. And also, one thing too, before I get into it, man, I did drop a video on my main channel, man. Go show some love just now. Go show some love, go show some support. And yeah, man, let's go ahead and hop straight into it.
In the winter of 2011, the North Korean government held a funeral to honor the death of their former leader, Kim Jong-il. In attendance were high-ranking North Korean officials, members of the funeral committee, and the North Korean military. Like, the whole North Korean military. And as photos began to surface of this funeral, one photo in particular caught someone's eye. Now, at first glance, there doesn't seem to be anything strikingly off about this picture.
Yeah.
Just one of many photos taken at this funeral.
Yep.
Except for one thing. This man standing all the way in the back appears to be a giant.
Oh my gosh,
like
that man is humongous. Giant. What the heck?
Just look at him.
What the heck? Bro, that's gotta be a glitch. Yo, that's gotta be a camera glitch. There's no way. He's two of them. Nah, that's Slenderman
as
right
tall
there.
As everybody around him. After doing some math and crude calculations, people concluded the man was about 8 feet tall.
Yeah, nah, that's crazy.
Is this enormous figure who attended this funeral?
For real.
Immediately after these
that's gotta be a glitch.
People around the world spotted the giant man in the image, and the theories began to spread. Some say it was just another Photoshop job by the North Korean government to push the idea that they had a super soldier. Others speculated that it was an actual super soldier. Some theorists said that the man in the picture was actually just a normal-sized guy. The whole super soldier thing just being a cover-up for the fact that they're all really tiny. Believe it or not, this was one of the least craziest theories. But it didn't take long for someone to realize North Korea is home to an actual giant. But this giant man wasn't a super soldier. In fact, he wasn't a soldier at all. This mystery man was 7'9" North Korean basketball player Ri Myung-hun. Throughout the 90s, Hun was a prominent player in North Korea, playing for their national team and being their predominant superstar. Hun even briefly traveled to the US to make the jump to the NBA. The man wasn't just a walking skyscraper. He was an exceptional player. Agile, strong, great skill set for a big man. Or rather, the biggest
He's got
man.
A mid-range
but
shot.
because of the relationship between North Korea and the US, his NBA dreams were quickly shut down. The NBA and fans of the game were robbed of a potential foreign star. Ri Myung-hun was robbed of his hoop dreams, and the mystery of the giant super soldier was solved. And this is just one of many strange, fascinating, and odd basketball photos that have backstories that you have to see to believe. On November 18th, 2008, 14th ranked Oklahoma faced off against 21 ranked Davidson. This was an early season game, so there wasn't much on the line, if anything at all. But fans still packed the house.
Wait, that's Blake Griffin versus Steph Curry.
For two reasons.
Blake Griffin versus Steph Curry.
Blake Griffin and the junior phenom, Stephen Curry.
Is Blake Griffin still in the league? Is he still on the Nets, or is he a free agent?
Season tip-off tournament. And while fans across the country tuned in to see a show, so did two local basketball players that you may have heard of before. A 20-year-old Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook just 2 weeks into his NBA career. Oddly enough, both Durant and Westbrook were young enough to actually play in this college game. But on this day, they were just spectators who had the best seats in town. By now, they had heard about the dead-eye quick-shooting baby-faced assassin, but they wanted to see the prospect in action, live and up close. They wanted to see just how good this scrawny two-guard really was. Was he the real deal, or just some shot chucker putting
Steph
up
Curry to OKC? Steph to OKC
was the real deal.
This is Archambault. Good look down low. And
Curry. Okay.
As Curry uses the ball.
Nice shot right there. Nice shot. Yes, sir. Curry takes it. Yo, Curry had more of a down low game more than anything. In college, that's what it looks like. He just takes it to the hole a lot. Oh, nice shot though. Nice shot. Still has the same jumper, man. Same jumper. See, he's taking a lot of closer shots, man. Nice. It's clutch. Clutch. And they were 21st. 42 points, 6 of 15.
Would become the highest scoring
6 of 15 would be cold for Steph Curry, I'm not gonna lie.
Curry went on to score 44 points, but fell short of a
Still.
comeback thanks to Blake Griffin's 25
dang.
points and 21 rebounds. Durant and Westbrook had seen enough. In their first ever live look at Stephen Curry, they knew the kid was special. After the game, they met Steph, shared some words with one another, and snapped this picture. Two young NBA players meeting an NBA hopeful just looking to make a name for himself at the next level. At the time, Durant and Westbrook were the promising young duo in the NBA. But ironically, it would actually be Durant and Steph who would go on to rewrite NBA history. If this photo tells us anything, it's that we never truly know who's next up. The baby-faced, undersized sharpshooter from Davidson was good, but no one could have predicted he would go on to be one of the greatest players in the history of the game. Not Westbrook, not Durant, and certainly not Steph himself. They say a picture is worth 1,000 words.
Wow, this picture is actually wild. I'm not gonna lie. That picture is wild.
Pictures taken within the NBA world that can tell an entire story. Some we are familiar with, and others hidden gems. Like in
LeBron and
1998, when
MJ?
Michael Jordan was hosting his famous flight school camp for
1998.
up-and-coming basketball talent.
How old was LeBron?
The camp where Michael
Like
would go out of
15?
his way to prove he still got
14?
it, even if it means crushing the hopes and dreams of some wide-eyed little kid who's just happy to be there. Yeah, that camp. Now, at a camp like this, you would expect that there would be a handful
like a
of future
13-year-old
NBA players
LeBron.
in attendance
What the
throughout
heck?
its near 20-year existence. And you would be right, because back in 1998 at the flight school camp, a photographer snapped this picture of Michael Jordan being guarded by a 17-year-old Yao Ming.
Oh,
When this picture
Yao
was taken,
Ming.
Yao was
Wow.
already a prodigy in the Chinese Basketball Association,
Yao.
but he wouldn't join the NBA until 4 years after this camp. Whether he knew it or not, MJ had an absolute world-class prospect on his hands. Now, unfortunately, there is no video footage of this pickup game, or at least none that I can find.
And at the time,
which is
it looks like
absolute
Yao Ming's
travesty.
probably like,
So
what,
we'll just have to
6'8",
use our
6'9"?
imagination and the clips from the two games where Michael and Yao faced off against each other in the NBA. Who would have thought that this 17-year-old Chinese prospect that attended Jordan's camp and had to guard him would be taking photos with Michael Jordan at the NBA All-Star Game just 4 years later? Now, I'm not sure how well a 17-year-old Yao Ming could guard Michael Jordan, but I can almost guarantee that he couldn't send MJ shot into the third row like a 22-year-old Yao Ming could. But Michael Jordan wasn't the only NBA star with his own camp.
He's one of the biggest
In fact,
what ifs
pretty much
aside from
every
Derrick
notable
Rose
NBA player has
and
their own
Brandon
camp
Roy.
for elite young talent.
He's another what if,
including
and
LeBron
Tracy
James.
McGrady.
But LeBron's camp itself isn't much different from the rest of these skills camps. Get some of the best young hoopers in the country together to showcase their skills and get some scouts to come out and watch. But what is different about LeBron's camps is that he has gone toe-to-toe in the NBA with countless players that have attended his camps. Here's a picture from LeBron's skills camp in 2016 with Colin Sexton and Trae Young. Here's Devin
And
Booker
Jordan
attending
Poole.
the skills academy
Can't forget
back
about
in
Jordan Poole.
2014. Here's a photo from 2009 when Kyrie Irving was invited
And
to the
LeBron.
camp. If only they knew what would go down just 7 years later.
Iguodala to Curry, back to Iguodala, up for the layup. Oh, blocked by James. Irving and Curry.
The clincher.
one-on-one.
The
Irving
clincher.
puts it up.
Scoop.
Good. Kyrie Irving.
That's like Kyrie's signature game
But
winner right
throughout
there.
all the years
He'll
of
go to
LeBron's
that
Skills
move.
Academy, its inaugural camp in 2007 remains one of the most stacked group of young players in the Skills Academy's history. Players came from not just around the country, but from around the entire world to attend the camp. And to wrap up a great week of hoops, LeBron and the camp attendees took this picture. Now, look closely, because not including
DeMarcus,
LeBron,
that's
within
Kemba
this
Walker.
picture is 13 All-Star selections.
Okay, let me point him out. Okay, so I see Greg Monroe, Lance Stevenson. I think that might. Nah, I don't think that's an NBA player right there. Kemba Walker, DeMarcus Cousins, DeMar DeRozan. There might one of these guys. I think this dude was in the league. I don't know. We'll have to see.
55
I think he's in the league as
NBA
well.
experience and 60,000 NBA points scored. See any familiar faces? How about a 17-year-old Kemba Walker,
Yep.
Lance Stevenson, a 16-year-old DeMarcus Cousins, DeMar
16,
DeRozan,
and they look
and
pretty
Greg
much.
Monroe. The whole point of
DeMarcus
these camps
Cousins
is to
doesn't
gather
look
a ton
any
of great
different.
young
He just has
prospects
a beard
into
and a
one camp.
headband now.
But to capture this much talent in one photo, years before anyone knew who they were outside of the prep circuit, is remarkable. And what's even more remarkable is that despite LeBron being the veteran in this picture, a player who had already made it to the finals while these other players were still doing pre-algebra and third period, LeBron outlasted just about every single one of them. Greg Monroe hasn't played a full NBA season in 5 years. Leading up to last season, Lance Stevenson hadn't played in the NBA in 2 years. DeMarcus Cousins exited his prime a few years ago. In the past couple of seasons, Kemba Walker's age has begun to show. And DeMar DeRozan, well, DeRozan's still balling out.
Yeah,
but
DeRozan
LeBron is just as good today
DeRozan,
as he was when this photo was taken
he's still
15
beasting out
years
here.
ago. Just one of many strange
33,
and fascinating
30,
basketball
33,
photos that have
32 still
backstories
beasting.
you have to see to believe. Hope you all enjoyed. And as always, until next time.
But hey, man, those are a couple, interesting photos, man. That first one had me tripping out a little bit. For a second, I thought that was like a camera glitch or something like that. But hey, man, hey, that's gonna conclude today's video, man. It's only gonna be one video. Once again, I did drop on my main channel, so you guys can go check that out, man. Props to Jimmy High Roller, man. He always comes out with the best videos, man. Him, Jimmy High Roller, Cosgrove Productions, Mike Korzemba, a lot of these guys. Flight Mike, we're gonna start reacting to Flight Mike possibly very soon if there's NBA news or anything like that. But yeah, man, I mean, there's a lot of NBA content creators that are very underrated, at times. But I think Jimmy High Roller, he gets the credit he deserves, man. Jimmy High Roller, he's a beast out here. He's a beast out here with a lot of his videos, man. But once again, that's gonna conclude today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. This is Nate Play signing off, man. Once again, I did drop on my main channel. Go check that out. It'll be in the description for sure. I'm gonna link it in my description. But yeah, man, love you guys. Peace.